We are live. We are live. So welcome to Easy 3 Sport Production. I'm your host, Suttles, and today I got my man, aka the Bronx Beast, aka West D. How you doing today?
What's going on, my man? My A1 day one was good, brother. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm good. So I'm a Giants fan. You're an Eagles fan. But
Yes,
I've
sir.
never even asked you this before, or I probably did, but it's been so long. So you're from the Bronx. I'm from Yonkers. We next door neighbors. We right next door, knocking on each other's door. How did you become an Eagles fan of all teams?
Let's put it like this, right? I got into sports kind of late as a kid, so I started exploring. So when I started watching like college football and everything like that, I started with college football, and the players that I idolized a lot, like T.O., McNabb, Westbrook, and all that, I followed them. And when they get into the NFL, I just kept following them. So I ended up with the
Okay.
Eagles. So that's pretty much how I became an Eagles fan, and I just like when it was the uniforms. The uniforms was fly. The atmosphere when I watched the games was
Mhm.
crazy, and then I was like T.O. and Westbrook, like, and then Weapon X, man. I was over after that. I was like, yeah, this the team right here. You know what I'm saying? It was over after that. I was like, yeah, this is a squad right here. I'm gonna rock with them. And plus, green is my favorite color at the end of the day.
Oh yeah. That is true. That is true with the Green Lantern and everything. Yep, you're
Yes,
absolutely
sir.
right. Absolutely right. So want to get your thoughts. All right. Last season, y'all was
Hmm.
predicted to actually be a good competitor in the division, and everything just fell off. Everything just fell out from the bottom. So last season, y'all ended up 4-11-1. Talk about it. Like, what happened?
Um, the organization happened. I think it came from the top down. They didn't give what's the name? I forgot his coach name escapes me right now. But they didn't give him the reins to run his offenses, his defense like he wanted to. He wanted
Mhm.
certain players and everything like that. And then you had the whole Carson Wentz situation. First of all, I don't think he should have got paid that much. I understand that he could be a franchise quarterback, but paying him that much and him being injury prone was crazy. But I think it's overall organization and people not understanding each other's vision and what we're trying to do. Like the guy just came there and won a championship within 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and being there, and then you fire him because of the quarterback, and then you get rid of the quarterback. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Um, we never really recovered from that Super Bowl year anyway. Like we had practice squads and fish string
Mhm.
on both sides of the ball. So I can honestly tell you, I don't even know who's on the roster at that time. If I look back at it, I'm like, I don't even know who this is. I literally had to do research on them. But
Damn.
um, last year was just one of those, like we just never, like I said, we never recovered from the Super Bowl season, injury wise, player wise. Um, Eagles team is pretty much it's old. Like Eagles team is old. Like we have no really young players or linemen or whatever else on the team. But I think it's time for the organization to revamp and start going young.
Mhm.
No offense to the vets out there, but the game's changing. We need some young players out there, and our roster does not give us that opportunity to do so.
Yeah, I mean, last season it was it was full of drama when it came to the Eagles with Carson Wentz and Dougie P and yeah GM what's his name Howie Roseman. Like it was just drama each and every week, and it just
It was
got
just too
yeah.
much back and forth.
Exactly. Like you seen it all crumbling from within. And I gotta talk about the last game. The last game of the season, for me in particular, for yeah, as a Giants fan, at the point I was sitting up there rooting for the Eagles. And then I think at like halftime, I was like, I'm really rooting for the Eagles to make it to the playoffs. We don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Like if Ingram touches that ball in Philly, we're not talking about any of that. But
Hmm.
it was just so crazy of how y'all like I've never seen a team like actively just throw the game in the middle of the game like that. I've never seen that. I've seen like where the owners or the coaches they'll start like manipulating the roster to make sure like all right, we're not going to win this game. But I've never seen them be like, yo, halftime, you know what? Let's just throw in the towel. Like I've never seen that before. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm like conflicted on it. Like I'm very conflicted on it. Like I'm upset because at the end of the day, I want us to win. I want us to go to the playoffs. I wanted to talk trash. Like, yeah, we went to the NFC. You went to the championship, conference, whatever you want, the division, whatever else in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, it's also a business move. Because if you think about it, the pick that we had predictably we was been like the first round, like the 20th pick or whatever, something like that. So we went from that pick to like the 6th or 10th pick. I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I see what you're doing. Yeah. But I'm also mad at the end of the day, football is a man's sport. Like we want to win if we can win. It's any given Sunday, next man up. But as a business move, like thinking like I can go get this player, I don't got to trade up for him, and it will be straight. So I was like, I could take it, but I'm not happy with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm going with on that one. But it was just so weird. But I also think Doug was like mentally like, man, forget it. I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time, knowing that I'm not gonna be here next year. You're gonna be in a conflict or whatever. So he probably just gave up at the end of the day.
Yeah, possibly. But when it comes down to those draft picks, what you was talking about, like, yeah, it moved the needle a little for y'all, but then later on y'all traded back to get some more draft capital, and then you later on traded back up in front of the Giants to get Devonta Smith, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, but it just didn't seem like nothing was on the same page with the Eagles. It seemed like one person had a plan, then another person just came out of nowhere like, yo, I got this plan. And then they're like, yeah, let's go with that one. Like they never had a set plan on, all right, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, as I said, like I mentioned earlier, organization is from the top down and bottom up. I don't think nobody's speaking to each other on what's happening because it's just the Eagles has not been ran properly since Andy Reid left.
I'm about to say since Andy Reid left.
And since Andy Reid left, because they gave Andy Reid power to do what he wants, right? Then you had Chip Kelly. I think after Chip Kelly era, that's when they try to get control back of it because he got rid of that man got rid of all the players for no reason back to back. So I think after Chip Kelly left that sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, so they don't give the coaches power anymore of their players. They probably give the pick they want, whatever else, but ownership of the players, I think that's pretty much gone. And especially after Andy Reid left, because Andy Reid was about the players. I mean, he gave Michael Vick another chance. And speaking highly of that, like if somebody can give Michael Vick another chance in the league, it was definitely would have been Andy Reid or whatever else. And then after that, like I said, after Andy Reid left in the era of Chip Kelly, it's just the organization is not clicking on one accord.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Now, we do have, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. If you're in here, you either like the Giants or the Eagles, or you just want to see us really get into a verbal argument, go ahead and click that like button. So,
yes, sir.
The next thing that I want to ask you is about your new coach, Nick Rock, Paper, Scissors, Sirianni. What?
Can I check please? I'm done. I'm done. Check please.
Oh man. So what are your thoughts on this guy?
I have no faith in him whatsoever. None at all. Had to do some research on him, whatever else. And this guy hasn't kept a job more than 2 years. Back to back, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, he came from a good program, Louisville, whatever, intern, grad assistant, became an NFL, whatever else. But he was offensive coordinator for the Colts, and looking at them and their history, he's offensive coordinator. I don't know who's calling the plays, but I don't have much confidence in his play calling or his offensive mindset at the end of the day. I mean, you had a great quarterback last year in Phillip Rivers, but I did numbers, but is it because of Phillip Rivers came or was it your play calling? I'm going to give it to Phillip because Phillip has a mind. He's been in the league for many of years. He was on Phillip was on the Chargers team. He just made things happen. But give him the plays that he had, of course he's going to be dominant. I think they just looked up with that one. But his play calling is very sus. Even look at the preseason. And then his confidence in the first interview. I understand people get nervous or whatever else. But that first interview, I was like,
that was bad. That was
That
bad.
was so terrible. I just people would text me like, "Yo, this your coach? Like, you gonna be good this year?" I said, "I
Yo.
am not talking trash whatsoever this year. I have no faith in him." I know we're probably gonna talk about it later. I went to the preseason game on Thursday. Play
Yeah,
calling is terrible.
it's
It's all the way bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. People say it's preseason, but I'm like,
bad.
you still got to get your reps in. You still got to run the things how you
Exactly.
want to run it. But it was this to me. I have no faith in him this year. I have no faith in this coach. I'll give him another 2 years, and he's out the door probably.
Yeah. So in the chat, got Tony 18. He's saying hashtag Bird Gang. So you got one of you guys in here. You got one of them in here.
All right. Appreciate
You
you, man. Bird game all day. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. So my opinion on this guy, he's trying to come in here busting the door open, but I don't think he knows what he's about to really encounter. Like, I don't think he has a clue. I mean, he's only 40 years old, so this is his first time head coach. Like you said, he was a offensive coordinator for the Colts, and 2 out of the 3 years that he was calling plays, they were top 10. But I just don't see it, and for the most part, I see him as a setup to fail. And this is why. And I've realized this with your organization, Howie Roseman. I think this is the only GM that I can think of that has survived four coaches. Because when he came, that's when they fired Andy Reid, correct? And then he hired Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was a bust. He hired Dougie P, and then they just got rid of Dougie P. And now you just hired this guy, Nick Sirianni. GMs usually don't last that long. So him and the owner is probably like really in cahoots. So the GM is really going to survive over anything else. But Nick Sirianni is not set up in the best position for success. Like, so y'all know that y'all are going to be in a rebuild this season because of everything. Because like you was just saying, your team is old. You need something new. You need something fresh. This team is old. Y'all haven't recovered from the Super Bowl. You just got rid of your quarterback, and y'all got Jalen Hurts, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. And this guy is supposed to be an offensive guru. He's never been a head coach before, and I'm pretty sure I'm not 100%, but I'm actually. Is he the one that's going to be calling the plays?
I have no idea. That's another thing as well with that one, because he brought his boy, his friend. Let's see what his name is. What's his name? Shane. I think his name is Shane.
Shane.
Yeah.
So he brought his offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he brought his offensive coordinator. They both was on the Colts together. So I'm like, you bring your boy over. He has the same track record as you. Already been in the league for a few years. Every 2 years you're leaving. I don't know who's doing the play calling at this point, being. I don't know if it's gonna be him or Shane. So it's up in the air.
Yeah.
I know the Thursday preseason game, Shane was calling the plays, and I know Nick took over sometimes because he was like, "No, we're gonna run this as a head coach. You know, you could veto your offensive coordinator." But I really don't know who's going to be play calling this year, and that's going to make or break the season. Because as a coach, you're supposed to see what's going on, analyze the game, let your staff handle it, and you step in when you need to. You run your offense, you run your defense. Because your game plan and everything else like that. But I really can't have an answer for you. I know who's going to call the plays. We have to see after the last preseason game what's going to happen and who's calling the plays.
Yeah, because that is going to be a big thing. Because I always say that when it comes to head coaching, the head coach should just be the head coach. He should be a CEO. He should really be overseeing everything, what the defense, offense is really doing, special teams. When you decide that, hey, I want to be the coordinator and the coach, you have to be a special individual to be able to pull that off. Now, some guys can do that, like Sean McVay, Sean Payton, Kyle Shanahan. Like those guys, they can call plays and also run the team. But there are other guys like the last two that we just had, and Ben McAdoo and Pat Shurmur, which was offensive coordinators, and they're calling the plays, but the team is like, it's just ramrod. Like the defense isn't on the same page as the offense. Special teams is trash. Like they just know how to coordinate. They're great coordinators, but they're not good head coaches. And that's where I do see Nick Sirianni actually being. But also, the Eagles didn't set this guy up for success. And Howie Roseman, he'll be looking for another coach, like you said, in about 2 or 3 years. So
I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know. You're trying to get, like I said, you're trying to get younger. I don't think having a young coach right now is the best thing. And after that, Nick wasn't really under a great headed coach, like, so it's up in the air. Like this season, like I said, I'm not talking any type of trash. I don't know what's gonna happen. Even if we win, I'm not gonna be as excited because it's probably not gonna be a good win. Like you got some wins, but it's not a good win.
Yeah.
But like it's so I have no confidence in this guy. I have no confidence in the coaching staff. I have confidence in our players that we have. They seem energetic, whatever else. But if the coach is not there and the organization's not clicking together, it's not going to be successful at all.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. And I don't see y'all getting anywhere past third place in the division, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into that. We're going to get into that because I got some words for you, brother. I got some words for you, and I can't get into that.
So the next thing I want to ask you is about Jalen Hurts. All right. The expectations for this season. Now, a lot of Eagle fans, especially yourself, when he got drafted, y'all was going off the rails. Like, y'all was on suicide watch. It was crazy because y'all did not want him whatsoever. Now, for me in particular, I thought that was a good pickup for y'all because I knew that it was just going to be an insurance policy for Carson Wentz because he could never stay healthy. Now, the way Dougie P was using him and the way that he didn't even give him that opportunity towards the end of the season to really prove himself, this season is going to be a prove-it year simply because the head coach has no ties to Jalen Hurts whatsoever. So if he has a terrible year, he's going to move in a different direction. But what are the expectations for Philly fans for Jalen Hurts?
Well, for me, being a Philly fan, I'm excited for Jalen Hurts off the rip. I don't know if you watch. See, I watch the draft every year. It's like a holiday for me. And when Dougie P drafted Jalen Hurts, he had a swagger about him. He just said, "Ha ha 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 ha," and sat back. And I was like, I said, that man's up to something. He's being sneaky. I like it. I see what he's about to do. It definitely was a security blanket for Carson Wentz because that's what I was happy about. I was like, all right, cool. If we're gonna get a quarterback, Jalen Hurts is a good backup for whatever else Dougie P want to do, and it was cool. Like I was like, I see what's happening. As being a football-minded person and being a coach, I see what's happening. I thought Carson Wentz was gonna get traded before the draft, to be honest, to go to a different team to get some cap space, if not get a few draft picks.
Yeah.
So I am excited for Jalen Hurts. I want to see what he can do. They bring a new energy. You ever notice with certain teams, when a new person comes in, they're under the helm, things run differently, right?
Yeah.
For him, when he got in, the offense ran differently. People was like more excited for him than anything. Like take it back to the Super Bowl. When Nick Foles got in, that offensive line was amazing. Receivers didn't drop passes. Nick Foles looked like a caliber all-star MVP type of quarterback. So it's his demeanor. So it might be a little bit Carson Wentz there, but Jalen Hurts, I have great expectations for this man. He's going to do good things. I just want to see him play. I don't know what's going on in the preseason. I really hate preseason games when they don't play the quarterback. I know they're not trying to get hurt, but they should at least play the first quarter.
Yeah.
Entire not 10 snaps, not a series. They should play the entire first quarter, and then everybody else can fill in just to get the reps in. I know Thursday supposedly came down with an illness and he had abdominal pains, but it's like, what's going on? Like, why are you not playing this man? Like, he needs to get the reps in. We don't see him really throw the ball besides in practice or in training camp. So, are you holding him down or whatever else? What I don't like what the Eagles did as well is picked up Joe Flacco. That was the worst pickup.
Why?
Because Joe Flacco is now a backup quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a backup. So you got him for.
But I don't know why we picked him up. I don't like Joe Flacco's game at all. He only throws to one side, especially that I noticed it on Thursday. He only throws to one side. He only throws to his right. He doesn't look left. He doesn't have the capabilities to scan the field. His Super Bowl ring is not his Super Bowl. That was the defensive Super Bowl. for the Ravens. I'm just gonna say that now.
No. I gotta. No.
I'm just gonna say it. I just don't like Joe. I don't like Joe's game. Even though our school sent him to the NFL after
Yeah.
us,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely so. After that game against Dell State, that's when he went to the
he went straight to the NFL after us. You know what I'm saying? He deserved that. Whatever else. I mean, listen, he's the NFL quarterback at the end of the day and a Super Bowl champ. But I just don't like him for us. I don't like him in the scheme. We picked him up too quick. At top of that, because as soon as Nick got there, Joe Flacco got signed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I said, what's happening here? Like, I'm peeping, thinking, like, why did we sign him so fast after this guy just got hired as head coach? I said, you're going to do Jalen dirty. You're not going to give him a chance. You put Joe there on purpose. Joe's been taking all the preseason starting snaps.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no faith in, like I said, in Joe Flacco as the backup. Backup, yes, if Jalen gets hurt, I could be like, Joe can do his thing, but I know he's not. His accuracy, his play decision is not the best. Great backup pick, worst best backup decision ever. But I wish he wasn't not in the Eagles uniform. And then after that, wearing number 7, pissing me off.
Oh my God. Well, at the same time, but that's why I was asking is like because he's a backup, so he's not going to be getting in the game or anything of that nature unless Jalen Hurts is really out. So I mean, at the end of the day, he's just a backup. So we got Ryan Fife in the comments in the chat right now. Ryan would actually be on next week. He's a big Washington fan. He didn't agree with what you were saying earlier, and as you can see, this is what he got to say about it. But
13 touchdowns Tuesday.
Yeah, that playoff run for Joe Flacco was pretty good. He wasn't that good throughout the regular season, but that playoff run that was actually one just like Nick Foles, where you just get hot in the playoffs and you just run through everybody. And you had the talent.
Nick Foles came up and did his job. Okay, he had one job. He was that guy. Okay,
exactly. And y'all got a Super Bowl out of it.
Joe Flacco's not that guy.
And then you go ahead and build the statue of him, and then 2 years later, he's not even there.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but Joe Flacco's not that guy. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, Joe Flacco's not that guy.
No, but he's the backup. He's only there for an insurance policy on Jalen Hurts. Now with Jalen Hurts, this is what y'all are getting with Jalen Hurts because we seen him at Alabama. A lot of people seen him at Alabama, but the scheme in Alabama is play defense and run the ball. Throwing is the very last option. I mean, Tua came in there and he lit it up a little, but it's still Alabama. When it comes to, he left Alabama to go to Oklahoma because he had to prove that he can be a thrower of the ball out there with Lincoln Riley and my boys. So I've seen how Lincoln Riley uses him, and he used him to the best of his potential. Throwing 30 touchdowns, single-digit, interceptions, but at the same time, that was the Big 12. Play no defense. Y'all have Tim Tebow 2.0. That's who y'all have. Jalen Hurts is Tim Tebow 2.0. Tim Tebow.
I know what I would say that because Tim Tebow wins.
That's where I was getting with it. That's where I was getting with it. Jalen Hurts, he is going to do everything to win. It's not going to be pretty whatsoever. I mean, his completion percentage last year, I think, was 52%. I think in the game that he got pulled in that last one was like around 42, 43%.
He wasn't really. He was getting snaps here and there. He wasn't really playing. Like they letting him. His numbers not gonna be great.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, he can throw the ball. He's gonna throw it.
No, he cannot. No, he cannot. He is not an accurate thrower of the ball, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later because that goes right into with your wide receiver that you just drafted.
Are we talking numbers? Or are we talking about the eye? Which one we talking about?
No, the eye. The eye test tells he's not an accurate thrower of the ball. He's not an accurate thrower of the ball.
We talking about short passes, mid game, mid.
We are talking about all right. When was the last time? Because you've probably watched their practices too. Okay, you probably watched their practices. You've seen Jalen Hurts. When have you looked at a Jalen Hurts throw and said, "Damn, he put that on the dime. Damn, he put that on the string. That was tight."
He had a few in practice. He had a few. I'm not gonna say it was like oh, I'm impressed, but I was like, oh, okay, that's a good ball. Okay, he's moving. He's reading
Mhm.
whatever else. But that comes with the coaching. Like he had Doug for less than a season almost, and then you have a new guy coming with a whole new offense. So quarterbacks at that time being when you got to run a whole different scheme, like you coming from college
Yeah.
into the pros, your
Mhm.
schemes and everything's different. You got a new coach who has a different mindset for you, so you got to get into their game, know their play calling. You lost the coach that drafted you. You got a new guy, so you got to learn that offense, and you still got to make the reads. The defense is different now, so but I think he's gonna be fine. I think when he gets into this mojo into the game, and he's
Mhm.
announced as the QB1, hopefully, you know what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be great, and he has his old teammate there, Smith. Like I think it's gonna be. We have a nice young receiving core. We have a nice young receiving core. We're not the best, but I have faith in the receiving
No,
core.
you're
I
not.
have.
No, you're not. Well, so segueing right into
You
that.
don't even have receivers. Who's your receivers?
Oh,
Who's your
we
receivers?
have
Yeah, yeah,
Kenny
gonna have
Galladay,
Saquon
Kadarius
Barkley,
Toney, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton. We have
Shepard,
we have
fun.
weapons. We have
Slayton.
weapons. We have weapons. We have
What about
weapons. We
what happened to Ingram? Ingram's good.
Stonehand Ingrams? No. The
Oh, okay.
he made the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl, and I don't know how. They did not watch no film. The only reason why he made the Pro Bowl because every other tight end in the NFC was injured. I think George Kittle was injured. Zach Ertz was injured. Oh man, who else?
Hey, pause that note. Shout out to Hurts because he kept Ertz on the team. He said, "Do not get rid of him because I want him."
Mhm.
Thank you, Ryan.
He likes the Eagles wide out.
It's like you look at it. You look at what if you look at that roster and they all clicking and moving. It's gonna be like, damn, who got who? Who got who though? You got Smith and Regler on the outside. You got I forgot the other dude in the
y'all
middle.
made Regler cry and go home like his mental is all messed up because of y'all Philly fans. Point blank period.
Hey man, listen. If you're a Philly player, you know how it goes in that Lincoln Financial Field. It's rough, man. Being an Eagles fan and being an Eagles player, it's rough. You gotta learn the city. Like being in New York, going to the Mecca. Madison Square Garden.
It's a big difference.
If you're not built for that, man, it's gonna crumble you. It's gonna crumble you. And I think he just had a situation like this is different. It's a love-hate situation. We love you when you do good, but when you mess up,
it's way more hate than love. I can tell you that right now. It's way more hate than love. But where I was going with it was like y'all jumped
Walker
us.
still got potential.
Yes.
Walker's definitely got potential. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Ryan is blowing it up and everything. You're gonna get shown on everything, Ryan. So don't worry about it. Keep on commenting. Everything's gonna go up there. And so y'all jumped ahead of us to get Devonta Smith. Now the Giants, we have been linked to getting Devonta. When I did my player profile on him, I said that he's basically, Marvin Harrison. He the same build. He's able to create separation. He has sure hands. Now the sure hands thing got thrown off during this preseason game. 2 catches for 19 yards, and he had 3 Evan Ingram type drops.
Not his
fault. Oh, but that was Joe Flacco's fault. Okay.
Yes, I was at the game, sir. I was at the game.
Yes. You were at the game.
Yeah.
But
so that was a 35-0 loss.
Yes, 35-0
targets. You said 3 Ingram type drops, 2 catches, 19 yards.
Yes.
All right. Though out of those 5 targets, I would say one drop is his fault. One drop is his fault. I'll give you that one.
Which one? Because I seen all 3 of them. The drag route was right in his hand. He dropped it. The back shoulder one.
The one when he ran the out. He ran the out. That was not.
Yeah, that was behind him. That was behind him.
Yeah, and Flacco should never have done that. I mean, I was play receiver. Ball touches you, you catch it, but the way that ball was thrown and the way he had to turn, and the defenders was right there. They was double teaming him the whole time. They already knew they were trying to give him the ball. They were trying to take him out before the season even started. But that was whatever. But the drag route, I was very disappointed in that drag route. I was like, come on, man, you gotta catch that. Like you Smith, like you known for that type of route. But that's his first game back. You understand? He was out for like 2 to 3 weeks because of a knee injury, hyperextension in his knee, whatever. I think he's gonna be fine. My only issue with him, he reminds me of Deshaun Jackson a little bit because of his size.
But he's not as fast as Deshaun Jackson. See now, Smith creates separation. He's a damn good route runner, just like all of those Alabama wide receivers. They know how to run routes crazy. But when it comes back to Jalen Hurts, he's not a thrower of the ball. The creating the separation, that's good, but you're gonna have to have a good scheme.
But you're gonna have to have a good scheme. They play with each other though, so they know each other.
No. See, they were on the team at the same time. Smith was buried on the wide receiver chart because remember, he was behind Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah. But he
wasn't even supposed to win the Heisman. He wasn't even supposed to win the Heisman this year. The only reason why he got all those balls thrown to him was because Jalen Waddle got injured. Like he was buried on the depth chart.
But football is the next man up. You got to think about it playing.
I understand that.
Whatever else, but you got to think about it. It's still practice. Scrimmages, whatever else. It was like, yo, next man up. It's the colleges they do. They bring you in at the time being. Whatchamacallit, they bring you in, you sit down for a little bit. It's like, all right, cool. It's not your time yet. We want you, but it's not your time yet. Yeah. So him and Hurts probably got the good connection. They probably roommates, whatever else, still throwing the ball, whatever else. It's still his teammate.
They had no connection because when Hurts was the actual starter, Smith was buried on the depth chart. By the time Smith was moving up the depth chart, Tua was already in. So Hurts wasn't throwing anything. And then when you have a breakout season, Hurts is already in the league. So that's what we got to remember because
it's still
Smith had his best season.
You're telling me, right? You're a basketball guy, right? I'm a football guy. I'm still playing basketball, whatever else, right? Yeah. Okay. So you got into the league, right? You got into the league, right? Mm-hmm. You knew me as a freshman, whatever, in college, hypothetically, right? And I have a breakout.
We're talking about football, basketball. We're talking about football, basketball.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, let's talk football. Football. You're the quarterback, right? You're the quarterback. Mm-hmm. You see me come in, whatever else. We're practicing, whatever else. You have a connection. You get to the league, right? Mm-hmm. Boom. Still hitting you up, whatever else. You see me play, have a breakout. Yeah, I'm getting drafted to your team. Okay. You still know me for being on the campus with you, on the team with you, still throwing the ball. You're not gonna have confidence like, oh, I remember him. He's gonna be good. I'm gonna mess with him. Like it's great. You're not gonna have.
I'm not saying that he's not gonna have confidence in him. But what I'm saying is that y'all thinking like that. Oh, it's teammates like that. They're gonna have that type of connection, like how Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase will have. That's not gonna happen because look, Ryan just looked it up. He only had 3 touchdowns from him in Alabama. They've never really crossed paths. Now, as them being together and being like, yo, hanging out and actually going out there to work on their game, yeah, because they're both from Alabama. They was both there at the same time.
Listen, those 3 touchdowns probably was the best catches. Them 3 touchdowns probably the best catches he's seen from him. Was like, oh yeah, he can play. You don't need that many.
Really? That you just gotta hype him up. That was just gonna be.
It's gonna hype him up. Think about it. If you down there, you like, damn, this freshman running this route, I should not throw it to him. I'm gonna trust him. Boom, 3 All right, cool. 3 games. Boom. I threw the ball to you. I knew you was gonna catch this route. You caught it. Guess what? I have confidence in you now. Just in case I see you on the back end, I know you open. I throw it to you. You're gonna be open. But my read is this way. But I know you over here. Guess what? I'm gonna throw it to you. And whatever else. That's confidence right there. Thank you for the 3 touchdowns. I appreciate it. That's a win. It's a win in my book.
That's a win. Yeah, but my concern with Devonta Smith,
it's like leaving me open in the corner for the 3-pointer. You're like, damn, if he's over there in the corner as the 3-pointer, I'm gonna hit that joint. 8 out of 10 times I might hit that joint, and like, damn, what's in the corner? I'm gonna pass it to him. He's gonna knock it down. So it's the same situation, kind of.
All right. That could be the same situation, but with Devonta Smith, one of my biggest concerns was his injury. Like he's very injury prone. He's paper thin. He's a damn good route runner, but at the end of the day, for y'all, I don't see that he's going to come up with the expectations maybe that y'all have for him. Maybe I'm just an outsider looking in, but I mean, I think y'all may be thinking that he's going to put up like kind of like Justin Jefferson type numbers, or he's going to be a double-digit touchdown guy. I don't think that that's going to be him in the first season. So what you
Not in
think?
the first season. I think he's gonna be option 1B. I think Watkins is gonna be option A, as the way the scheme's looking, and Regular is definitely gonna be the second or third option, depending how things is ran. But it's looking like that. But I wish Jalen played the game on Thursday so I can give you more of analysis. But him with Joe Flacco wasn't a great mix at all. And try to put them both different sides of the ball. And they gave him 15 yards. Belichick gave him 15 yards every time.
Yeah.
They gave him 15 yards of cushion in the game. I seen it. I said they did not press him at all. I mean, he can get off the ball clean. His route running, like you said, is impeccable. But they gave him 15 yards. I think he's gonna be fine. I don't think he should go across the middle at all because of his size.
Not at all.
But he's gonna be midfield, the deep threat with Watkins, depending on how they do on the regular as well. It's with him is just the size. You gotta get some size on him. And then his injuries, you find, you know, now you're in the NFL, you got more capabilities of getting treated and taking care of your body, what else, and they're going to teach him that. But I think he'll be option 1B for us this year, depending on how the season goes and depending on how this play calling goes and his scheme. But Devonta Smith was a great pickup. I'm glad we definitely needed receivers. All our receivers got hurt last year, so we couldn't even see them for real.
Yeah,
so now you're about to so we about to see them, this young receiving core, hopefully all healthy, with a fresh quarterback, with a new coach, which I'm suspect on, and see what happens. I'm gonna see what happens this season. Like I said, I'm gonna sit back, just enjoy the football coming back, hopefully full throttle because of COVID, and just enjoy the game right now. And being an Eagles fan this year, it's going to be tough. I'm going to probably gonna break a few things, and yeah.
All right. Well. You right before we got on, you said you had a lot to say about my quarterback. You know, my guy, Danny Jones, Danny Dimes. You got a lot to say about him. So what are your thoughts? What do you think that he's going to do this season?
Nothing at all. Nothing for you. Nothing. Nah, he's a good quarterback. I'm mad how you did
Task in the chat. What's up, Big Task?
I'm mad how y'all did Eli though. Even though I hate Eli Manning with passion, the guy throws the ball with his eyes closed. But he took a chance though. Danny Dimes is not that type of quarterback that's gonna take a chance. I called him athletic. I still don't see why he's athletic. Please, how is he athletic? How is he athletic? One run and then fumble or bumble and tripped.
Yeah, but that was an 80-yard run. What are you talking about? Like, all right, perfect. All right, perfect. No, wait. All right, perfect. Yeah, perfect example. An 80-yard run, right? That's what he did. Before he tripped, before he, fell and everything of that nature, it was an 80-yard run. Name 5 quarterbacks in the league that will be able to take that from the spot that he got it, run a read option, and take it 80+ yards. Name 5 of them. You already know Lamar Jackson. No, right now, yeah. Right now. We're talking about right now. Lamar. Yeah, Lamar. Russell. Keep going. Russ, 80 yards? Yeah. No, stop it. Russ always scrambles just to get a pass off. If he runs, he's sliding. He's not jetting past.
But if he's getting that open field, he's definitely taking that. You're not catching him.
Yes, you are, because he's not that fast. But keep going.
Oh, okay. Lamar, Russ, Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes literally tweeted right when he said that, he was like, I can't even laugh because I can't even do that. So let's stop that. Keep it going.
Which is a lie. That's a lie.
Pat Mahomes, when you're thinking, because you're thinking of mobile quarterbacks who maybe just extend the play just to be able to throw the ball.
No. I know that if they got open field, they got run. Listen, Russ is also a runner. Russ can also run. Russ been in the league.
You're not. But they're not out. But they're not outrunning DBs. He outran the DBs.
Russ can
Russ cannot. We're talking about right now. We're not talking about We're not talking about old Russ. We're talking about right now.
Dak Prescott, which I hate to say, Dak Prescott could definitely do it.
Possibly. All right, so that's two. That's two that you got. That's two.
Two. All right. So we got Dak. No, we got three. You got Lamar because that's automatic. You got Dak.
Lamar. Dak. That's
what
it.
What I say? Oh, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray's doing it. He's fast. I'm not gonna stop you there. He's fast, but he's the type. He's the type. He's not outrunning nobody. He's still sliding. He's sliding. He's too small. When he never took it to the house on somebody. See, that's what you're. That's what you're missing.
He's still gonna run. He's running.
Yeah, he's running and then he's sliding because he's not getting hit.
If it was a busted coverage by the defense and it's 80 yards open field in the end zone, Tyler Murray's taking that.
Keep going. All right. So Kyler. So you got three. Okay,
and Josh Allen.
Yes, and 4. And then what else? Who else? Absolutely nobody. But that's an athletic quarterback.
No, I'm not gonna hold you for real, and he has done it before. Yo, Fitz, man. Fitz has outrun defenses.
Fitz who?
Patrick. He has.
Fitz who?
Patrick.
Fitz tragic?
Yeah. He has, though. You can't say he hasn't. It was on the Dolphins.
How many years ago? I'm talking right now.
Listen. He could do it. I believe it.
Man, we got Dylan. It's cool in the chat. What's up, Dylan, man? What's up? Yeah.
But, y'all got to run Saquon into the ground. Can y'all not run Saquon into the ground, please?
That's Jason Garrett's scheme. That's legitimately his scheme. Like,
y'all gonna ruin that man's career. Y'all gonna run Saquon
he needs to stay healthy in the first point. He needs to stay healthy.
He was healthy fine.
His first year he was healthy, and then the second year he missed He missed like 6 games, and then that season he missed the whole season.
Line was trash. Y'all was trash.
Our offensive line still isn't that great. So what you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And y'all try to run him. That's why he got hurt, man. You can't use him. I understand he's a workhorse. He looks like a horse. Whatever else, built like Fort Knox. But y'all can't run running backs like that into the ground. Y'all gotta save him. The Giants need to work on the offensive line, which I think I did this season in this draft. We got some good few pickups and I think you got some free agent signings, which is fine. But y'all don't have a backup running back at all that's capable.
No,
Saquon.
No, we got your boy. Clement. We got Clement. We just got rid of Alfred Morris, and we got Devontae Booker.
Didn't y'all sign Devontae Freeman? Didn't y'all have to give him a workout? Didn't y'all sign him?
No, that was last year. We got on the roster right now. We got Saquon is number 1. We got Clement is number 2, and we got oh my God, I just said his name. Devontae Booker. Devontae Booker is 3.
I like Clement's game. Clement's game is good, but he's more of a screen outside person. Y'all don't have the offensive. If Jason Garrett's not going to run the offense for Clemens, though. Like his style.
No. Jason Garrett's scheme needs to change, and that's what I was talking about last week with D and Kurt. Is like I'm not expecting any like 30 touchdowns or anything of that nature because Jason Garrett's scheme don't call for that. Jason Garrett's scheme calls for running the ball, for the wide receivers to win their one-on-ones, and for the quarterback just not to mess up. That's what he's going to do. So I'm expecting
Danny Dimes going to mess up.
Gonna mess up. Yeah, he made improvement last year. He made some real good improvement last year.
Y'all have a new quarterback and a new coach in 2 years as well.
No, the coach, nah. Joe Judge, no, we're sold on Joe Judge. Judge is that guy. Now, what they will end up doing if we have a bad season, they will force Dave Gettleman to retire, and then they're probably going to have our assistant GM Abrams. He's going to be it, but nothing is really going to change too much. Like unless we go like 2-15 or something like that, and end up having like the number 1 or number 2 pick, then that's when Danny's going to be out of here. But at the end of the day, like I said, he Yeah, he's gonna be straight. He's gonna be straight. I mean, I'll take him over
We'll see.
Jalen Hurts right now. Right now, sitting here right now, he is the second best quarterback in the division. And I know Ryan is about to text and be like, "Oh, Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, he's Fitztragic." Okay,
I'm with
shows up.
Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick should
Fitzmagic comes up for 4 games. Fitztragic shows up.
It doesn't matter. It
Yes,
doesn't
does.
matter. He should have an opportunity. I said this before to somebody, and they agree with me. Fitzpatrick is a JaVale McGee of the NFL. Because know why? They keep bouncing him around. He's a great asset. They don't give him an opportunity. Yeah, he's gonna have his mess ups, but at the end of the day, when you be like, damn, we need such and such right now, but we got rid of him. He'd be a great fit right now. And that's how they treat him. Fitzpatrick needs to be on a solid team. When Fitzpatrick came in the league, yeah, he wasn't like the best, but he never really had an opportunity.
He was a journeyman. He still never made the playoffs. He's played for 16 teams. He's never made the playoffs.
But that wasn't his fault. I think every time he goes somewhere, it's not his fault.
How's it not his fault?
He don't get the opportunity. What really good team has he ever played on besides the Dolphins he's had? And they gave it to Tua. And Tua shouldn't even have that team at the time because it was like, yo, Fitz is our guy right now.
No. I definitely agree with you on that. Tua should not have had that team. But they needed to move on because Fitz each and every year it's the same thing. I mean, Fitzpatrick had the Bucs with the same talent that Tom Brady had and same talent that Jameis Winston had, but Tom Brady takes them to the Super Bowl. Jameis Winston goes 30 for 30.
Is it the same coach they had? Is it the same coach that just won Super Bowl there?
No. Not the same coach, but the talent. No, but the talent, but everything. Okay. The talent's been there. For the Bucs, the
coach who's bouncing between Winston and him, you can't bounce back and forth. You can't do that. It's a mental mess up. I mean, next man up, whatever else, but going back and forth, not knowing if you're going to start or not the next game, whatever else.
Well, he's in Washington right now. He has one of the best defenses, even though I disagree, but he's going to have a top defense. He's going to have a top defense, but what's going to happen, and Ryan, we're going to talk about this next week, but what's going to happen, Fitz is going to win them 4 games out this season. Now, it's a 17-game season. No. He's going to win them where he's going to be spectacular. He's going to throw for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's going to win them 4 games. And then it's going to be Fitztragic. He's going to lose them 6 games. No matter how good that defense is, he will throw like 3 to 4 interceptions. He's going to fumble 6 of those games. So that's 10 games. 7 of those games, that's where it's a question mark. Is he going to be good enough so that they can win, or is he just going to be terrible? That's why it's a big issue with Fitz.
I hate to say this. I hate to say this right now, but unfortunately, I have the what the fucks winning the NFC East.
All right, well, we'll get to that later. That's fine. But
I have them winning. I have them winning the NFC East.
All right. Sorry. Well, that's fine. Well, but if
that hurts me to say that on the inside.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. If you like what me and West D right here is going through, click that like button. And this is the biggest question. Well, it's not a question. It's more like a statement. But the Week 12, Week 15, that's when Giants and Eagles meet. All right. So what are your predictions on those games? Week 12, Week 15. I don't need like a score. I just need like, what you think is going to really happen. Like, are you going to win? You're going to lose? You're going to get demolished? Like, what's going to happen?
I'm sorry. The Eagles will win both games against the Giants. We're winning both games. We're winning both games against y'all. So what are you saying? You have no. I pray on this. We're beating y'all both games.
How, Sway? How?
We're beating y'all both games. We're gonna. Hopefully, the defensive coordinator that we have right now blitzes because he doesn't blitz at all. Hopefully, he blitzes you. But if we get any time,
explain.
If we get pressure on Danny Dimes, whatever else, right? He's going to fold. After that, Week 12, Saquon Pie is not going to be our workhorse now. You're going to run him into the ground. That's going to need rest.
Okay.
After that, you have Clements. Jason Garrett does not do outside runs at all.
Okay, I can agree with you on that.
Clements is an outside runner. He can also bounce it out, but him going outside the tackles is very dangerous at the end of the day. After that, your receiving core is decent, but I don't think Danny's gonna be able to give them the ball because he's just not. He doesn't do it for me at the end of the day. And after that, your defense, not looking too good.
All right, so let's debunk. So let's go ahead and debunk each one. All right. So first of all, our defense was top 10 last year. For those who didn't know, but we was top 10 last year.
How though? Yeah, corners is trash.
Because they were good and they were good with inside pressure. We didn't have no outside rushes. We had Blake Martinez covering the middle, and then James Bradbury was playing on an all-pro level, locking down one side. But the problem was the other side, which we just shored up with Adoree Jackson. That was the weak point for us. And Adoree Jackson was one of the guys that y'all was going after, in free agency. So I believe that our defense, I said this last week, we're going to be around like top 5. We're going to be top 5. Now, when it comes to
in the league, in the
league, you can mark this down. You can re-listen to it.
You're going to say this, right? You're going to say it. I need to say this for a replay so I can.
You can save it. It's going to be good. They're going to be top 5 this season. All right, so yes, our offense, our weapons that we have, they're not going to be used in the highest form from Jason Garrett, like I said, unless he really changed his scheme. But Danny is a very accurate passer, and it's shown throughout his career. The problem is that our wide receivers tend to drop the ball majority of the time. Now, last year, he had 11 touchdowns and 10 picks. Now, you'd be like, those are trash numbers. Now, they don't tell the whole story because 6 of those picks was off the hands of Ingram. And when I'm saying off the hands, I mean off the hands, like hit his hand, through his hands.
Stonehand Ingrams.
Exactly, Stonehand Ingram. 60% of his interceptions was off of Ingram. Danny has been the top 3 in tight window throws, but in the bottom percentage of drops. Last year, he had Ingram, who was number 1 in drops, and he had Slayton, who was number 7 in drops, out the whole league. And he was the most accurate deep ball thrower. So he has a lot of tools in the bag that he's perfectly capable of using.
You know what that says about your quarterback, though, right?
What?
He's not working with his receivers. He's not putting extra work in. He's just coming to practice and going home. They're not putting.
With the wide receivers, if it touch your hands, you're supposed to catch it, correct?
But it doesn't matter if you as a receiver, as a former receiver,
as a former receiver, okay.
As a former receiver, you got to know your quarterback, man. You got to understand how he throws the ball, how it looks when it spins, and whatever else, how the accuracy, the power, which way it's coming. So if the ball's in the receiver's hands, at the end of the day, the rule it touches the hand, it's your fault. But it depends how it's thrown. That's the quarterback's fault. You know what I'm saying? If you make a play for the quarterback,
but if they're literally dropping the ball, there's nothing else that.
Yeah, that means the quarterback is not the quarterback and the receivers are not working together. Because usually, I have not seen Danny Dimes in the game and be like, "Yo, come on, man, you gotta catch." I have not seen him be like, "Yo, you gotta catch that." Like,
because that's not his personality. He's not. He's literally Eli. But as a quarterback, Eli never like if he
Eli, yes, he did.
Eli never got. All you see, Eli's he shrugged his shoulders and be like, "That's Eli every single time."
But he threw the joint right back. Man, eyes closed, throwing the ball. There's a picture of it, just throwing the joint.
2 Super Bowls. At the end of the day, you would love to have a quarterback. You would love to have a quarterback that can trust his receivers that much that he could throw the ball to a spot.
They work together. They work. He's a Manny. They all work with their receivers. They go out there and throw the ball and get in their faces afterwards. He's a Manny. I don't believe Eli did it.
Well,
but Danny Dimes don't do it. That's what I'm saying. He got that. Whatever. Next play. Like no. Like if you open in the joint here, you drop it. I'm in your grill. I say, bro, how you drop that? He does not do that. And with that, you got to work with the receivers. They got to work together. But as a quarterback, but you got to take the initiative. Like that many drops messing up my percent. Like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, take the gloves off or something.
I agree with that. I agree. Take the gloves off or something. But it really does hurt the team. Like it really does because he's a very accurate thrower, and by them continuously dropping the balls, they can't do anything. And then, of course, with his decision making outside the pockets and things like that, he hasn't been making the best decisions. Always trying to make plays. But when it comes down to week 12, I said this before. Week 12, y'all are getting destroyed. Week 12, y'all are going to lose by and we can make a bet on that. Y'all are going to lose by 2 touchdowns or more because after you threw the game, after you moved up to get Devonta Smith, and after Joe Judge is literally from Pennsylvania, bro, he's going to have that team ready to go, and y'all are going to get demolished. Y'all are losing by 2 touchdowns. Now, when it comes down to week 15,
we're playing at y'all at the
y'all are going.
You sure? Because we come to y'all joint. It's always a miracle.
So let me ask you this, because last season you had way more confidence in your team. You had way more confidence in your defense. You had way more confidence in your coach, and you had way more confidence in your organization. And as I alluded to earlier, Stonehand Ingrams drops the ball. We win the division. And you want to know what else? We sweep y'all, and we go 5-1 in the division, and we go to the playoffs. Now, we still lose in the playoffs to the Bucks, but one catch literally was the difference from us sweeping y'all and it being 1-1. Because once we came back that second game, we flat out just smacked y'all around like a little brothers. And we finally broke that curse, that 4-year curse that we couldn't break. But week 12, y'all are getting demolished by 2 touchdowns or more. And in week 15 will be the tell for Giant fans if Danny is the guy.
It's week 16. We play out week 16.
Yeah. So week 16, that will be the tell all for Giant fans, because this is what's gonna happen. We'll be up by like 3 or 4. It'll be something seldom like that. It'll be around like 4 minutes, and the defense just got the ball back for the Giants. And Danny is going to trot out there. And Giant fans, at this moment, this will tell if he is the guy or not. Because if he's trotting out there and they're like, "Don't fuck this up, Danny," he's not the guy.
Pick six.
If he walks out there and I'm
it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a pick 6. As soon as it happens and the game's over, you better answer the phone. You better answer the phone.
I will.
Because the last time
I will if that happens.
Last time that happened was Deshaun Jackson ran it back. You text me like, "Bruh, don't talk to me." I was like,
I was pissed simply because my roommate at that time too, he was an Eagles fan. He was knocking on my door, and KJ was coming through. I was like, "Yeah, man, this ain't it." But week 15, week 16. That's the scenario that I see happening, and it can go both ways. But I do see us.
Are you splitting the games? Or you're winning both?
I'm splitting. No, splitting the games. It's split because it's such a rivalry, and something crazy always happens. Just like last year, we was up by 5 with a minute, 2 minutes left, and then Carson Wentz drives all the way down the field 70 yards and scores a touchdown. Then y'all don't get the 2-point conversion. Like, something crazy always happens between the Giants and Eagles. So I'm gonna say
I don't trust the coach at the end of the day. I don't think we're gonna have an amazing play calling like that anyway. But I have the Eagles going 500 in the division. And I have us in the division, 500 in the division.
All right. So now we're getting right to the last question, the overall prediction. So who wins the division? What's the Giants' record? What's the Eagles' record? And go on from there.
Well, I already told you I got the what the F's winning the division. That defense, and then Fitzpatrick and then the receiving core you got right now. They got a nice young offense. They was firing last year on all the cores. Just a few injuries, whatever else, especially with Alex Smith there, playing how he was playing. I think Ron Rivera is a great coach. I had them winning the division. Like I said, I got the Eagles going 500 in the division. I have an overall record 8-9. 8-9 for us. 8-9.
8-9. Okay.
Just because, let me break it down to you. I actually broke it down for you. Week 1, we got the Falcons. We beating the Falcons. I'm sorry, we beating the Falcons. We got the 49ers week 2. That's an L for us.
You got
49ers.
Okay.
49ers.
Yeah. All right.
Week 3, we got the Cowboys. I'm taking that as a win, depending on who's the quarterback at the time being. I'm taking that as a win. Then after that, week 4, we got the Chiefs. That's an L. I'm sorry. Ever since that's an L. It was a big L.
That's an L.
Panthers week 5. I'm gonna say that's a win. Just because I don't think the Panthers got everything together just right now, and Christian McCaffrey is coming back. So I think
that's an L. That's an L.
That's an L.
That's
a
an
win
L.
for us.
That's an L.
Then we got the Bucks week 6. That's the automatic L for us, man.
That's an L. That's an L.
Week 7, we got the Raiders. That's a win. The Raiders ain't been good. I don't know. They got that new stadium, but I got that as a win.
Yeah, I'm not too keen. I'm not too keen on exactly what they're doing out there, so I can't really comment on that one.
Week 8, we got the Lions. I got that as an L for us. Week 9, got the Chargers. I think that's an L for us. Week 10, we got the Broncos. That's a win. Week 11, we got the Saints. I was a toss up between that one, but I got that as an L for us. Week 12, we got
Jameis Winston out there eating those W's, man. That's what he's gonna be doing.
Man. I hear you. Week 12, we got y'all bum Giants. We written on that one. Then we got the Jets. Week 13, that's a win. Week 14 is our bye. Week 15, that's an L. We're playing Washington. I got us losing to Washington twice and splitting the Cowboys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
15, 16, 17, and 18 is all divisional games. So I got us beating y'all, splitting the Cowboys, and losing twice to the Washington football team.
If you go 8-9, y'all you better be proud because your team is nowhere near an 8-9 team. So for y'all, I got y'all going 5-12.
5-12. Why are you so
5-12?
What's the beef? How? I just broke it down to you. How we going?
You just broke it down in your lens, but at the end of the day, a lot of those are losses. Like, you really think Nick Sirianni is going to win his very first game against Atlanta? No, that's not gonna happen.
It's the Falcons.
That's not gonna happen.
Julio Jones is not there no more. You still got
Matt Ryan is still there.
He's
not what he used to be, but at the end of the day, they
got a new coach or whatever else. We see what happens.
The Panthers, you're going on the Panthers. That's going to be an L. Who else did you say? The Cowboys. I can get with you that you may split with them. I thought, I got us splitting with you, but that can also be a sweep. You say you got Washington sweeping y'all. Who else was you going through? Who else did you say was a W? But it's not. You're not going to see a lot of your wins simply because what that preseason game showed, that 35-0. I know a lot of starters didn't play, but it showed that y'all have no depth. If you have no depth, you're not going to get through the season because your starters are going to get injured. At some point, your starters are going to get injured. And when they get injured, what's going to happen? You're going to tumble. You're going to keep losing and losing and losing. And I don't think rock paper scissors is going to help in this situation for y'all.
I'm looking at y'all schedule. Y'all got almost the same schedule as us.
Yeah, because we play the AFC West. It is this season. I think Ryan just alluded to it. I think we played we played the AFC West.
They got the Broncos, Washington, Falcons, Saints, Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all losing to the Chargers. I'll let y'all know that.
Why? Wait. Why? Why are we losing?
Y'all beating the Broncos. I think the Broncos are sorry this year. Y'all beating the Broncos.
The Broncos ain't. No, the Broncos. The Broncos ain't.
To the Falcons. I have y'all losing to the Falcons. That's my reason. Y'all losing to the Falcons. We're not losing to the Falcons.
But my question is, when it goes to the Chargers, why are we losing to the Chargers? Chargers have absolutely nothing. If you're going off
not the Chargers. Not the Chargers. My fault. You do play the Chargers though, but I have y'all winning against the Chargers. The Rams. Y'all losing to the Rams.
Good Matt Stafford. Yeah, I can take that. Yeah.
Y'all losing to the Rams, and they got some. Not even with Aaron Donald, they 2 other DNs that just played this past weekend. Dogs, savages. They they messing Danny Don. They get on Danny Don, it's over. They hit.
I'm not arguing with you with
But
the
yeah,
Rams.
who's our backup quarterback? Actually, because the Danny Don goes out, it's gonna be over.
Oh no! If Danny gets injured, then our season's done. So
It's
we're not even
done,
going to talk about it. We're not even going to talk about it.
I mean, but Ben Saquon too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Panthers toss up.
Panthers, that's a dub.
Losing to the Chiefs.
Yes, I'm not.
Beating,
I'm not disputing that.
Yeah, beating the Raiders.
Beating the Raiders. Okay.
Losing to the Bucks.
Losing to the Bucks. Okay.
You're losing to us.
You're not, but okay.
I think losing to the Dolphins. Definitely losing to the Dolphins.
No, we're not. So keep going.
Losing to the Dolphins. Dolphins defense.
How we losing to the Dolphins? None of this. You're just saying them, but
Chargers.
None of it.
Y'all beating the Chargers. Y'all losing to Dallas. Y'all losing us again. Y'all gonna lose to the Bears. If Justin Fields is playing, y'all losing to the Bears.
We want Justin. No. We want Justin Fields to play because he's a rookie quarterback. He's not a rookie sensation. He's not going to do anything with that.
But if he's playing, though, it's gonna be later on that season. I think he's beating teams.
Ryan said 4-13. Y'all are wilding. Y'all really think?
I'm with that. Yeah, if we're going 5 or whatever.
But my question to y'all is this: like, Washington, we swept y'all last year, so y'all have absolutely nothing, even with your top 5 defense. We're one catch away from sweeping y'all, and the only one that we really split with was the Cowboys. So I don't see why y'all are up here, just saying like, "Oh, we're not going to do anything."
I have you splitting the Cowboys, losing both times to us and Washington.
Well, that's where all of that is fictional. It's fiction because we're not losing to y'all twice. I can guarantee you that. I was being nice. I was being nice on splitting, but we're not losing to you twice. I
don't think we're splitting. It's either gonna be we're gonna win twice or y'all gonna win twice. It always comes down to that. I don't think we're splitting this year.
All right. Well, I got us at 10-7. I got us at 10-7. I got y'all at 5-12. Yeah, 10-7. 10-7.
I can't wait for this season to start. Exactly. 10-7. Where's 10-7 at? Where's 10-7?
Hold on. Let me pull up the. No, actually, you got the thing up right now, right? Mm-hmm. With the Giants. All right, run through the schedule.
Week 1 is Broncos.
First game. Win.
Broncos.
Win.
September 12th. Is that home?
Yeah, dub. That's a dub. That's a dub for us.
Washington football team, September 16th, away.
Dub.
Saints, October. Oh, no, you got the Falcons, September 26th, at home.
Dub.
You winning your first 3 games? Okay.
Yeah.
Saints, October 3rd, it's away.
L.
Okay.
That's an L.
October 10th, playing Cowboys, away.
Dub.
Rams, we already agreed upon this. That's an L.
Yeah, L.
Panthers, October 24th. That's at home.
Dub.
You're not beating the Chiefs on November 1st. We already agreed upon that.
L.
That's a way.
That's an L.
You got the Raiders at home. I gave that to you. That's a L for you.
That's a dub.
You're not beating Tom Brady November 26th away. You're not beating him.
No.
November 28th at home. You're not beating us. I'm sorry.
Dub. Okay.
You got Dolphins December 5th away.
Dub.
Hey, Marcus, you heard this, Marcus?
Yeah. Marcus is in there.
Chargers December 6th. December 12th away.
Oh, that's an away game.
Yeah.
No, that's a dub. All right, go. Go ahead. Keep going.
Cowgirls December 19th at home.
That's an L.
Us Eagles December 26th away.
And that's where, if it can really go both ways. So it'll either be a dub or it won't. But if we play, and then when we play Washington on the last game, that's a dub.
At home?
Yes. That's 10.
So yeah,
The one thing people haven't realized about Washington is that Danny's beat him all the time.
Hold on, wait. But y'all playing the Bears away June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Mm-hmm. June 2nd. Remember they added the game, so
yeah. So that would be So then that would probably be an L. So that would get us to 10-7. That's 10-7.
You're not winning your first 3 games.
Yeah,
you're taking
big task. I definitely agree with you on that one. I definitely do. But just for the sake of this argument, that's the only reason why I was. That's the only reason why.
I mean, yeah, but think about it. Tom Brady now. First of all, Tom Brady was hurt supposedly last year. He had a knee surgery. They got the same starting.
Yeah, I'm not debating it, but last season
on both sides of the ball though, they have a
last season. If you actually seen that game, we had that game. Danny threw that away.
Danny, what? What did he do? Can you repeat that?
He threw the game away. He threw the game away. He threw the game away.
I'm just making sure I understand he does that a lot, sir. Danny Dimes those big dominant way. Yep, definitely did. Interceptions all day. But you're not winning your first 3 games straight. You're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have y'all above us. So when we get off air, I'm gonna go through this and send it to you, and I'm gonna give you your numbers because I really gotta sit here and be realistic. I don't know, but I have in order. I'll say it like this in order. I have Washington number 1 in our division. I hate to say this. Oh my God, I hate to say this. I don't know about this though, because I'm really conflicted. I
think everybody is over. I think you're overestimating everybody. 10 wins is going to win our division. I'm letting that be known right now. 10 wins will definitely win the division. 9 is going to be on the cusp. We're not going in that 11 to 12 range, so it's not going to be
nobody in the division is. Nobody in the division is.
Yeah,
especially with the Cowboys with Dak's shoulder injury. Danny with a beat up offensive line. Us with a new quarterback, new coach, new everything.
Market.
Yo, yeah, because you is crazy, bro. Y'all going 10-7?
I don't know how do y'all see that I'm crazy? Like I'm just not understanding.
Y'all going 10-7.
10-7.
I gotta do the numbers on this. I gotta do this and send this to you. You might gotta do a part 2 because that's blasphemy, sir. I'm sorry. I was realistic. We going 8. I was being realistic. We going 8 and 9. That was realistic. I don't think you're being realistic enough.
How am I not being realistic? Everything that I just named, they were dubs. Like if you look at the team, they are dubs. So I don't know. Like
I don't have y'all. You got us splitting. Yeah, you beating who y'all beating back to who in the division you beating? You sweeping in the division.
Washington. And so why? So you're laughing. So you're laughing for what reason? Because we've done it the last 2 years.
That's fine. I don't think y'all doing it this season. I really don't think y'all doing it this season.
All right.
I don't listen. I have Washington being that yeah, like what I'm saying, they gonna do some numbers this year. Cowgirls, I don't believe Cowgirls are probably gonna be the last in our division.
Mm-hmm.
I think us and y'all, depending on how things go, we're gonna go back and we're gonna flip flop.
All right. Well, that's what your thought process is, and that's what it is. So thanks for everybody in the chat, making the chat live. Thanks a lot, Wes, for coming through with your terrible green.
On the world to victory.
If you like what we do here, make sure you hit that sub button, click that thumbs up, and next week, this guy right here, Ryan Fife, will be on 1 o'clock on Sunday. He's a Washington fan. I'm gonna go through this again. But Wes, thanks again for coming through. And till next time, I'm out.
We're sweeping y'all. We're sweeping y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're not. Relax. You're not.
Man.